reaction, nobody by surprise or nothing like that. Yeah? Going down further delay. 20-minute round now. So they hear from 2 of the sound them already. It's the king, Civic!
Why are songs always showing fear? Anytime King Civic is near. Sound boy Shine means die in Japanese. Guess who's speaking? Christopher Ellis. Say no, sounds perish. We don't take much to hear that. When I sing, it's a territory. King Ramsey get the first gunshot and won't know what to do. Silver Crown should have stared them yard, cause they don't have no tunes. The boom sound I gonna murder you. Yeah, we are gonna murder you. King Civic, I gonna murder you. Hear the sound on Church Avenue. Listen cleanly please. Worry I lose so much class, he may have to hold a seat. People talking about it. Just done plan for buy us up the dance and try trick the streets. Yeah, but I doubt it. We've got shoots, we've got dogs. And if you're tough, we got guns. No, I'm talking kind of playtime done. The boom sound now the road. Every time I be because they search me as the black side and left side before them see their cut. Watch me. They can't wait no more tonight. No. Someone, if you love your life, then
it's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium.
Wait, you hear Ramsey play, no? You hear Silver Cross play, no? If we do Civic thing now. Oh, look up here, some bumper class tonight morning!
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. That is up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The people never know so they come for your song for your money because it's a fun and I hear no fun.
No, King Civic, you made that of the world. Hey, watch out now. Hey. Civic never kill a sound.
Now what you do?
Well, war on a plating. I saw him while we sprating. We firm like the rock of Gibraltar. Some boy, this song gets slaughtered.
First play from scrimmage, Stafford. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
First play of the game going to be intercepted. The business song from 1995, a long time ago, no question here, pussy!
34-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a lot more dangerous on offense. They want to take away more chances. Service in the time, maybe a turnover. I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Yeah! Listen me now! If you talk too hard, boy! If you talk too hard!
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at the 34.
King Civic murders on wine tonight. No matter how some son a book and a bite. I said them must sing the
Get this one
light.
across the 45 before he's picked up.
First
down,
do protect yourself, okay, there.
give him 14.
You don't pass up until them don't want to show up. And the pussy still walking, pussy, when you walk through the pussy.
We love them and them never buy. Big gun pop up and all some food. King Civic killer anytime, anywhere.
All the way up! Yeah!
But that ass black sound plastic.
Pussy. Me hear someone play pussy from early out.
They keep it with Henry
You
on
can
first
stand
down.
up. Big on
He's
board
going
and
to
get
take
the
this
one
one
and they
across
push the jump.
midfield and into
You'll
Ram
see tonight.
territory.
I saw Kingston.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Civic to make the world's most wanted down.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Henry's got it. Out on the left side. And the play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys will be able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I said be aggressive and try and get it done.
Oh God, oh God, oh God.
Faithful. Him said a baby shower song. We're going to show them tonight. Big song I play. I'm going to talk about
Too
big
long
song.
from
I'll
field
show
goal,
you.
too short to punt that in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
God, the way we get on the radio station and you talk so brave and bold and confident, I know you check over your man. Oh! We know the over your man gets
So the
checked
4th
down. You
down
can't stop
conversion
this
has it
sometimes.
inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
The people that know say I'm going to your Bible. All the respect I love Father God. Because the one that I hear now. Go on!
And they'll get back out of this before being stopped at the 28.
People, if you know that song here, you know how one artist will represent me every time. Song!
Hey yo, King City.
Now Jackson going to shift him around. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to make it limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of
Now
downs.
guys,
With a new set
can't
of
lift up why
downs,
we up
you
now.
got to
Show
take the
you tonight
mentality
too.
of the whole thing.
Thank
Right
you.
now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
A
1st down carry for Henry. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole.
crazy already.
Ended up only getting 4
We
yards
don't
on the
know
carry.
when we get
I
wicked
think he
on
had
wide.
designs on that one being bigger.
The knock against me is when I go a little small, little dibby dance. Me not bring no energy. Me not talk too much. But you see when the lights
No
come
score
on, and I
after
try for
1 on
action.
EA Sports.
Me that. Song you.
2nd quarter now for Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
100% the place.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. First and goal. Boy, an effective play there, getting the wideouts involved in the run game.
Always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took
Boy,
the
they
defensive
anywhere.
end to the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
I want to ask this again. Style upon them.
Kick it up like a ball. Yeah.
He's going to go down just outside of the 5-yard line. Some good players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
In motion right is Aguilar.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, I played myself.
Invite your daughter and her friend them.
Damn, I played myself bad, man.
And if you're going to play shit, you need people
And that
to
felt like a
get
little
shit
extra
forward.
pressure on that third down attempt, and that mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? Well, suddenly it goes against the offense and have to run out the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and that interception. Excellent job by them.
There he goes right side.
Welcome to Warren, a real killer.
42 yards.
The defense is saying to itself right now, only they were open this season because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, somebody around him was on that field. That's a great time on the defensive side. One of the offensive
Flushed out right.
Rodney!
Feeling that's great
Yeah,
right
that's
side.
top.
He's got his
Look up
man.
on the body if you want
And
to
he
make one of the
doesn't quite
Bible.
make it, taking it within an eyelash.
What
Dropped
will
it
you
to
do?
1. And it goes a gain of 25. They can start back at the 25. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
What? You hear the pussy scamp on top of who crowned me? Me
So
crowned me
3
pussy.
plays
I know
already
myself.
first and goal. They haven't wasted a lot of time.
Step on the beast and kill a jump on from here. I see some system with the news that they fight on war. Up within the system
Colby Parkinson
Look at this shit.
there to make the grab. And the Rams post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. Just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Henry running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Stafford rolling to his right. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams would extend their lead here just before halftime. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. The final shot before the break. Stafford. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Now he's free at the 35, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And now Stafford's going to move him around. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. On 3rd down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Henry up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as his safety blitz winds up paying off. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. To throw is Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Williams is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
That is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in the tough spot.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. It took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle.
Stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
That ultra ground move, riding in the good, not used. Tighten up, good lose. I approve. I bet I stepped and approved. Straight ultra ground makes all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?